Uh, Hello everyone, I'm again back with my new video, and today I'll be sharing about children and elders. Yes, whatever you heard is right, about children and elders, and it is one of the most vital thing that as we grow up we are called as mature. He or she is very mature because he or she has grown up. But if I say that, my point of view is children are much more mature than us, then what will be your reaction? Yes. So come on guys, let's move forward. So my topic is children and elders. These 2 points have a lot to think about. What kind of fascination children have and what type of expectation elders have from their children. The word children evolves around demand, expectation, and smooth as flowers. These 3 things come under own world. Their own world considered of their box. Yes, these 3 things considers their box, and but sometimes there is a small thing which I would like to include here. It's like various queries in their mind as well as own creativity. So you all might be thinking that why I think that children are much mature than elders, because as children comes from 5 plus to 10 plus, then 18 plus, and finally 25 plus. Then this conversion of children to elders has lot to do from kiddiness to matured. So this is the main thing which children has so far, what should I say, experienced. When a children is of 4 plus years, then various types of questions regarding the world would be facing them, like why the color of leaves is green, why the sky is blue, why the night sky occurs black. These things have also evolved in my minds when I was a kid. As we grow matured, we are prone to whatever is there in our textbooks of school. Textbook of school will teach us that whatever happens in our history and whatever thing is known since long ages can't be changed, because this is the main thing and this is the reality which cannot be changed. But children think out of their box, and sometimes even led themselves to harm. So this type of expectations is there as we grow from children to elders. And the main thing is that whenever we step in school will teach us that mathematics like plus, multiplication, subtraction and division. These are the main pillars of this four other mathematics, which cannot be changed and cannot be removed. And as we grow little much, we will be very familiar with the term bodhmas. Bodhmas in the sense everyone is familiar. I won't explain this. But as we grow elder, science students will be very familiar with algebra, integration and differentiation, especially science students. The things which we have already heard and learned in history cannot be changed. The students would think little bit different, like why this is so, why this is not, why 1 plus 1 is not is equal to 11, why 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. This is the main question which I have faced when I watched one of the videos in YouTube. Why 1 plus 1 is not 11? If two sticks, if we consider one as one stick and this is another stick, if 2 sticks is equal to 11, then 2 sticks, then why 1 plus 1 is not is equal to 11, is equal to 2? Who would explain those elders that whatever child has said is totally, it cannot be illogical, because that child is correct in his or her own logic, and the logic which has been told to us in during our school time and during our grandparents and from since ages, that 1 plus 1 looks very different. 2 looks like this and 11 would look like this. So 1 plus 1 cannot be 11. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. When I was of 5 plus years old, I always demanded for a brother. And I have done such a thing that my mother couldn't even explain that how brothers and sisters work. So I have said that it's my own perception. When I was above 5 plus years, I always demanded a brother. But as I grew up, I understood my own demands, and I felt that I won't get the love of my father and mother. This love would be separated between me and my brother. So I don't want brother or sister. This is my cause. So I say that why kids are matured? Because World War II, Nazi Germany sentencing to gas shower, all those things which have occurred in history, this all has been done by an elder. But remember one thing, my friend, Leeuwenhoek and Newton they all have that kind of creativity that if I play with lenses, means small glass lens, then I could somehow see the cross section of a plant. And those who are science student, you all might be familiar that cross section of a plant was first noticed by Anton Von Leewonhork. What he used to do was, he used to take a stem of a plant and he used to do small cross sections with cutter. Then he used to see how many layers are there in between those small stems of plant. This thing has arisen in his mind when he was 7+. The amount of incidents or work done by elders is all these things. World War II, World War I, sentencing to gas showers, and racialism, and some kind of caste creed separation. And India, we all might be familiar that lower caste people were not allowed to sit in any higher class people homes. So whatever kids have done is very much crystal clear now. So if we claim that all elders are quite matured, because elders know everything, but kids need to be modified from his or her body as well as mind, then he or she, those all children, would be considered matured. In history, what kids have done and what so-called matured people has done, elders. Matured people has done this and many other problematic incidents, but kids have done this. They have created these types of out of the box things has came struck in their mind, and then they got to know that it can be developed in future, so that one could see, one could taste each and every virus, bacteria, algae and fungi. So this is the story of Anton Von Leeuwenhoek and Newton. When Newton is equal to apple. When apple fell from the ground, then Newton thought that what could be the reason? And now the gravity has been the main cause of that we can send satellites and many other artificial satellites and information systems to space. 7+-year-old Newton and Anton Von Leeuwenhoek has again gave a very harsh, reply to all those elders when they were busy in dividing people to people and country to country. This kind of things have stuck only in the mind of a kids, not of an elder. So this is some of the beginning stages I have shared with you all. And another thing is that you might be very familiar with quite few days earlier a video has been floated in YouTube as well as in Facebook and Twitter, that when a child, 5-year-old child, was get to know that whatever she is eating, like meat or chicken, all those meat and chicken came from slaughtering animals. Then she became so emotional that within a minute she decided that I would be a vegan and I would eat everything on the table but not any animals. And when asked that why did she feel so sorry for animals, then she replied such a nice and logical that we are humans, we are also considered animals, and they are animals because they are quadruped. We are two-legged animals and they are four-legged animals, and they don't know how to speak like humans, and we know how to communicate. If we don't like to get chopped, slaughtered and cooked in oven, then how do we expect that they too like to be cooked in oven and they too like to be getting chopped? And she has developed such respect among her towards animals that is really unbelievable. We elders are enjoying or slaughtering in the names of Thanksgiving big turkeys, chicken and all, but that 5-year-old girl, what should I say, I was just stunned to see that girl. It's really intelligent she is. And if I tell about Indian kids, then Kautilya, all of you might be familiar with Geography Boy, Google Boy Kautilya, and there are many other kids like Indian origin Tanmay Bakshi. This 12-plus-year-old boy has created his own company and became the CEO. Is exceptional because his family was not so much of like influential towards the teachings which he has been getting from school. His family supported Tanmay, and Tanmay then could find a way of ladder to climb to reach his own creativity zone. So this is the main thing. And another thing is that when we go into school, we are being stacked with lots and lots of books, notebooks, pen, pencil, rubber, each and everything, geometry box, and we has been told that these things are the very important thing, because if you get habituated with this, then we would definitely will get into a very nice, reputed college, and after that 9 to 5 or 6 job, and be the beast and robot of each and everything, be the robot of all the knowledge and robot of your boss. So these are the things which we are teaching to our children. When a child is born, he or she learns a language, the native language, thus because by listening to and by the cuddle nature of their parents. So see, we elders need 6 months, but still we cannot speak any language fluently. But that infant, from the stage of 5 months, 6 months to 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, till 6 years of the time, creativity still exists in their mind. But as they step above 10 years, creativity gets destroyed into science, maths, English, Hindi or so on, so any other language, geography, history, physics, chemistry, biology. Means they on that time above 10 years and above 12 years, they then feel that the world is being captured by these subjects. So what is the use of our creativity? If we don't study, we won't get job and we won't get good college. These things arises in their mind as soon as they step above 10 years. This is the reality actually. So what forces them to think that our creativity won't work earlier or when we would get elders? Because these are the things, and these are the things has been pushed in their brain by the elders, and they would be thinking that these things lead the world and these things has been captured and has been made use by all the scientists and so on. So if a child desires to be a scientist, every child, scientist, engineer, they might innovate something new in the field of science, technology, everything. But who will innovate new type of dance, new type of music, a new type of musical instrument, a new recipe, technique of cooking? Who will innovate? Dear parents, have you thought that if we are busy in pushing our child to be scientist, engineer, doctor, they might innovate new ways to treat patient, new ways to lead, to travel, to fly, new ways to convert anything from anything. Then who will create this? We Indians are familiar with Kathak, Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi and many things, but there are many local dance and the dances which are not been described even in our Puranas and historical books. There are many types of dances. If our child focus that I will bring the entire truth of dance, music, cooking techniques, new instrument, then the entire world will get to know about the history of how dance came into existence, how music came into existence. Music came into existence from our Stone Age, that we all know. But how do the people get to know that flute will sound like flute, saxophone will sound like this, guitar will sound like this, violin, there are many other musical instruments will sound like this? No one has thought, and I think no one would ever think that we are quite pleased with this kind of instruments which we are having. But what will be the use if we again get new instrument and each and everyone would raise their hands by thinking that there can't be any instrument rather than violin, viola, flutes, tabla, santoor, etc. So this is the main concern which I feel. And apart from that, I have always thought of think out of the box. I still remembered when I was of 6 years of old, I have done experiment while spraying perfume in drinking water through bottle. That time I felt that I just want to see what will be the reaction between the perfume, the chemical perfume along with that water. And I too felt that if we drink this perfume scented water, then our entire body will scent like perfume. This was my own way of thinking and own perception when I was in 6 years of old. And as per my mother's perception and as per my mother, I used to open each and every screws or else tap malt, doors, and I used to do experiment with all these things. When I first stepped into my engineering of civil, then my mother said to me that from childhood you were so much interested in opening each and everything, be that nuts and bolts. That's why you have got chance in engineer. But I just want to say now, I don't have any interest in engineering. I want to create my own world, and I think each and every kids desire to make their own world, but they got dumped between all the heavy books. This is the reality. As I have already said that elders have divided the world, elders have bombed the entire countries of another, elders have discriminated between genders, caste, creed, as well as skin color. But kids have not. Kids always think that if I get any of my friends, then I will play with them and he will also play with me, and we will have very nice friendship. But elders don't think like this. Elders will be always thinking just because of their own benefit. Like if I do friendship with Mr. and Mrs. so-and-so, then I will be getting benefit from them, and they might share their cooked food with me. I'll also share my cooked food with them, and this will create our relationship very strong. But the reality is very different, as I've all said. So now I'll just like to point out what is child. Each and everyone's perception is that a child is nature's precious gifts. But I would like to say is child is creativity, handling, innovative, logical, and demanding. They demand chocolates, toys in front of puzzles because they feel that these are my own collections and these are like my children. Creativity in the sense that when they were giving a small drawing notebook and colors, then they would create anything. When we were child, we knew how humans look like, but still our drawing would be like this, because humans have 2 legs and 2 hands, and this and this. This is the way which I used to create human. And on the other thing is that they will just play with crayons. They will make their own world. And you all might be thinking that this question has been arised to my mind, that why A is apple in each and every preschool students books. Why is A is apple and B is banana? There are many words from A, B, many words, infinite words. If someone calls LA, apple, apple, and apes, these are all from A. And if they means what kind of say? If they speak anything meaningless, then these things also arises from the alphabet. A for apple, B for banana, C for cat. All fruits and animals. Because Kids love to see colorful in their notebook. They are very much attracted to colors. That's why in each and every physiological child specialist cabin, all the cabin and all each and every walls would be decorated with butterflies and dragonflies, their favorite cartoon characters, and so on. So this is familiar with everyone. Kids are mature in the sense that they have that kind of purse to demand anything from their parents and to say anything to everyone, those who have committed crime. When I was in class 2nd standard, I was quite have guts to say to my subject teacher that I don't like you, because you'd be caring to others but like them or like by yourself, but you're not giving same equality and same behavior to me. That's why I don't like you. So this was my own perception at that time. And now if I don't like anyone, I didn't have that guts to say in front of that, I don't like you. Edison is the CEO of Lean Gap, and he has thought out of his box that I want to create something different in my own world and out of the box. If I create a platform to all those teenagers, those who want to create something out of the box, he has created his own company to help those entrepreneurs, inspiring teenage entrepreneurs, Edison. And he is also one of the famous TEDx speaker of Bitcoin America. It is also available on YouTube. You all could see his videos and you all could enjoy. And as per one of the sir, Ken Robinson would think that school is like a factory. Each and everything like sitting separately, like separate classes and separation. Each and everything is like separation. He or she is very outstanding and he or she has been separated from others. Have everyone thought that what could be the effect on that child when they will be thinking that I am not like them? And if the school is misbehaving with them, then all the parents would think that my children is not like them. It's embarrassing. If any student is if any parents friends their children is also studying in the same school, then they will think that Mr. so and so's son and daughter is very studious in studies, but mine one is not so studious. And our parents would be pushing their children, you have to work hard, so that we could show that my children is also very intelligent. I just like to point out this, that your though so and so's Mr. so and so's child will just read and he could write same to same, mug up and write same to same in the examination. But have you ever thought and tried to understand what my children is good at? My children is a very good artist, but so and so's children is not so good artist. But still we have been insulting and underestimating our children because so and so's child is very good in studies, and each and every teacher loves him or her, loves that child because he has been getting appreciation from teachers, and it would be creating a very nice image. And as per my school expectations, I just like to say that I was not so studious, I was not a rank holder, but I was a good student. For all my friends, I came as a good student, and to all my respected teachers. But there was a time when I felt that even this salt and sugar which would be used while cooking Those salt and sugar would be like chemistry, physics, mathematics, and each and everything. But English has saved my reputation each and every time. That's why I feel very grateful to English. In my previous video, I have said I've done about English is a requirement but not necessity. I too also feel that because each and every subject and each and every language is beautiful in their own way. One can't even say that if he or she is communicating in English, they are highly educated. If they are communicating in their language which they are comfortable in, then they are not educated. This perception is wrong, as I felt. I didn't have any intention to hurt anyone, but it's my own opinion. And I'll just like to say one thing, that I don't get fear. I will not be afraid to speak the truth, be that in any news, political, social, economical, ecological, environmental, be that any news. I'm not afraid to speak truth or tell the truth to each and every one. This is my own perception through my channel Schijnen. And Schijnen means shining, and I would like to be always shining through my own words and through my channel. And to know more about children and to differentiate between the minds of children and elders, I'll just suggest some of the YouTube channel via my description. And this is my quite a few beginning of the attempt to understand, to explain the difference of children mind as well as elder mind. I hope you all would like my video today, and subscribers or viewers, please do watch my video and please suggest how could I improve, or else what kind of video you want me to explain or show to you. So goodbye friends, take care, have a nice day, bye.